Hana years, a new day for older Americans, a time for living. Your host, Bob Barker.
Hi, and welcome to the program for and by the senior citizens of Hawaii. Today, Hana years is on the Valley Isle. Here in Hawaii, where the cultures of foreign lands have merged, many of the arts and customs of the forefathers which were brought to the islands are slowly disappearing or being forgotten as new generations arise under the influence of today's cosmopolitan society. One of these is the method of making and baking Portuguese bread. We're visiting the home of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Marcial, where Isabel Marcial is about to start the operation which furnishes her family with its total supply of bread. Which of the Portuguese bread are you going to bake today, Isabel? How many different kinds of Portuguese breads are there?
That I know of is one.
One Portuguese sweetbread's one, huh?
Portuguese bread is different, entirely different from the sweet bread, so from the white bread.
This is the white bread. There's the sweet bread and the white bread, and you're doing the white bread today. What are the ingredients? Flour, you're sifting the flour now. Is this a special kind of flour, just regular flour?
This is just regular flour.
Mm-hmm. And what other ingredients go in? What else do you mix in?
Sugar, salt, the yeast.
You use any shortening?
Yes, the shortening is right here in this pot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What kind? Do you use Hawaiian salt?
Hawaiian salt.
I see that coarse grain salt.
The coarse
Why do you use the Hawaiian salt? Does it make it better?
Better flavor.
Better flavor.
In fact, all my foods.
Oh, you use Hawaiian salt a lot, huh?
Yes, when I buy...
When you buy salt, you buy Hawaiian salt?
I buy a 50-pound bag of salt.
Oh, you 50 pounds.
Lasts me a year, is a year. Here goes the salt.
Mm-hmm.
2 cups of sugar, but this is...
Big cup.
Mm.
How much flour do you use here?
I use, I think it was 5 sifters I put right now.
5 sifters.
Less that I put over there.
Mm-hmm. And this is the yeast, huh? Now this is regular yeast. Didn't back in the old days they used to use a starter that you carried over from one baking to another?
That's right.
What was that starter? What was that made of?
They make, they have to have a starter up from one day to the other, so that the next, when they're going to make the yeast, they add Irish potatoes grated.
Grated Irish potatoes.
And they add sugar.
Mm.
Very little sugar, because if you put too much sugar, it won't rise.
How many yeast did you put in there?
I put 9.
9 packages.
And there's 3 of.
Now after you have all the dry ingredients, you start putting in the liquids, huh?
That's
and that's
right.
Milk you just put in?
Milk, and this is the shortening.
Shortening.
Mm-hmm. I melt my shortening first before I use it in my bread.
Is that different than some other people use, they don't melt?
Well, I don't know how other people, this is my way of doing it.
It's your way of doing it. And you mix with a hand, huh? No spoons or anything like that?
No, I mix with my hand because if I'm going to put it in the mixer, before, then I mix it, I'm going to have flour all over the kitchen. So I moisten it first.
Do you measure the amount of milk and water you put in, or do you just go by the way it feels or looks?
This is 3/4 container. I use 2 cups of instant carnation milk.
Oh, I see.
We don't have cow's milk, so.
Oh, you use the canned milk and...
No, not the canned milk, the dry.
Oh, the dry carnation, I see. How long you been baking bread, Isabel?
Since I was 13 years old.
13? You started a little early, didn't you?
That's right.
How many in your family? How many children in your brothers and sisters?
Well, at that time we had 6 of my brothers. And sisters was only 2.
How'd you happen to start so young, so early?
Because
bake bread.
I had a sister that was very sick. And my mother had to be with her at the hospital, so I was the oldest one of the girls, so I had to take it.
Oh, you were the oldest girl. Were any of your brothers older than you?
Oh, much more. They were all, except one that wasn't older than what I was.
But they didn't work in the kitchen?
Oh, no.
No. How did you learn? Did you watch your mother, or did she teach you?
I couldn't learn very much with her because she was at the hospital with my sister. I had to, today the bread comes nice, the next time God knows.
Oh, I see. Experiment, huh?
And that's how I learned. The hard way.
And you bake all the time? You bake bread all the time now. Do you ever buy bread from the store?
Very seldom when I run short of bread. I'm not too fond of that bread.
You don't care for that bread in the store, huh? How many loaves of bread do you bake at one time?
Well, sometimes 12, sometimes 14. It just happens how much of them that I mix, but I easily can put 14 loaves of bread in my oven.
14 in the oven, huh? And the batch you're mixing today will be just about that same amount, huh?
That's right.
Now, when you bake 14 loaves of bread, how do you keep it from going stale before you use it up?
No stale bread. We put it in the freezer.
Oh, the freezer.
When I want bread, I get it from the freezer.
Take it out of the freezer, loaf at a time.
So please put this in.
That's all right, yes. Now, that's
This one goes into the...
the mixing bowl and goes right into the mixer. With the help of Mr. Marcel.
This is done.
Well, that's all done. You can tell by the way it feels, huh?
You see the way that bread,
Stretchy.
it's all elastic.
Uh-huh. So that means it's ready to transfer to the other pan.
To the pan, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You see how fast this is rising?
Yes, that's rising. Now you just put the other in on top of that?
And that's right.
Oh, even though this has been out of the mix for a long time.
That's all right.
So then you have one big batch.
I have to get this closer so I can put it down.
You want to move the table closer?
So that I can put the bowl.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's heavy. When you're a kid, you eat the frosting in mother's cake.
That's right. And small children, they love to eat dough. I never tease a kid to eat dough.
Now this is called kneading the bread, isn't it?
That's right.
And what does kneading do that mixing doesn't do? Get anything? Or is it just
Well, I
another way of
think-
mixing?
Because I think if you're going to mix in the bowl, you're going to mix it gradually with your hands, see? This, you use your two hands. You pound in the bread.
There's a lot of weight there too, isn't it? Now you cover it up to keep the temperature the same or something like that?
You have to have the, what you may call it, the bread covered so that it rises faster. Or else the dough gets cold, it's going to take you a long time before the bread comes
you
out.
don't want it to get cold. So the bread has risen once and you pound it down again and then let it rise again? Is that it?
That's right.
Back goes the cover to keep it warm. When you grease the pans with the shortening, same shortening you use in the bread, huh?
That's right.
Is it tradition that you use round pans for Portuguese bread?
That's right.
You never make Portuguese bread in the rectangular pans or square pans?
No, I always do. I always put my bread in the pan, in these round pans. This is just not the dough, not to stick to the pans.
And there it is, all up high. And what are you making now?
I'm making the loaves.
Oh, you're going to make some rolls out of this dough, too.
Good. This is going to be the first one's going to be baked. That's the first ones you're going to eat. Get the butter ready.
Yeah, hot butter. Hot rolls with butter. How many pans of rolls will you make?
Well, all depends. If I want to make more loaves, I add more, put more pans. I usually do all this sometime.
You ever make sweet bread in a roll form, like a roll? Do you ever do that?
I do. Make the sweet breads and make them just like these.
Just like this, huh?
All in rolls. Count a piece. Count a piece and eat it.
This is your granddaughter?
Granddaughter, yeah.
What's her name?
Michelle.
Oh, she likes it. Oh, she likes it.
So that's my
Michelle,
granny's
that's
bread.
fun. Michelle, that's fun to play in, huh?
What you want more? Look at that. She loves it. Somebody kissed you with lipstick, Michelle.
You're going to get full. Yes, you are. You're going to get full.
She told to Mr. Barker, this tastes good. Tastes good. Go ahead. Look at that. How cute. Shall nobody but you have the privilege, yeah?
I bet she'd have fun kneading the bread.
Well, the time will take. Someday.
You're going to get real full.
Well, I think you didn't eat food, so you eat in dough. I think you're going to have enough, you know.
Now you spread flour on the cloth. Why is that?
Because I'm going to start rolling the bread.
Oh, you roll it when you make the loaf, huh?
You see, this is much more than those small rolls.
Yes, yes. Well, that's another kneading process then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isabel, have you lived in Maui all your life?
All my life.
You're born here, huh?
It's what they call the Hawaii born.
Mm-hmm. Your parents come from Portugal?
On Madeira. unfortunately. The guava wood is one of the best for baking bread, you know, in these ovens, because they have good heat. This one is just before what you call a loquat tree.
Guava wood, sir. Now you're building the fire right in the oven, and then what? How do you heat the oven up and then take the ashes out? Is that the way you do it?
That's right.
And put the bread right in the where the fire was.
Yeah, that's right. You take off all the ashes and coals that's going to have it here. You take it all out.
How long will the bread stay in the oven then to bake?
Will be baked?
Yeah.
1 hour.
1 hour. There it goes. Snap, crackle, and pop. And after the fire has been burning for about an hour, the oven is all heated. And you scrape all the ashes out, huh?
And look at all the ashes.
Yes. And that oven is hot.
Hot and how? Don't get in there now.
And what is that you're doing now, Isabel?
Mopping the rest of the ashes.
Oh, getting the floor of the oven cleaned out. That water, just water, huh?
This water is just not to make the ashes fly around.
Mm-hmm. The oven's all ready, and now time for the bread to go in.
Going right in.
You put flour on the paddle
So
it'll slide off, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain trick to getting that off the paddle, I imagine, isn't there?
Yeah, that's the truth.
Your husband Joe was telling me that many people never learn that part of it.
To take the bread.
To take the bread off the paddle in the oven. Is that pretty even heat all through the oven, so you don't have to worry about what position to place them in?
All you gotta do is put your hand in here.
You can
Your
tell.
hand stands the heat. The bread will stand the heat.
There they are, 14 loaves of Portuguese white bread. And already those in the back that were put in first are beginning to brown. And now we close the oven door. And an hour from now, should have some nice hot loaves of bread. Is it just as hard to get it out as it was to put it in?
I don't think so. That's up to you now.
Oh no, it comes right out. Comes right out. Look at that gorgeous loaf of bread I baked. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful and how?
Make some more, Bob.
And they're all uniform, same color, huh? No matter what part of the oven the air we're in. Isabel, the oven you talked about that you learned, when you learned to bake bread at age 13, that was an oven at where you lived, your parents' home?
Yeah, that is, right?
Same kind of oven as this?
Well, the other one is a little smaller than this one. But it's the same.
Smell it. And was it an outdoor, in a shed like this, or outdoor?
In the shed.
In the shed. Now, explain to me the purpose of the shed, because some of them are outdoor ovens, aren't they? What is the advantage of having it in the shed?
Well, you just found out for yourself the way the wind.
Oh, it protects the oven from the wind, because the wind will affect the baking, huh?
Not the baking,
The heating. Heating, oh yes.
See how beautiful he's doing everything.
Yeah. You make a baker out of me yet, Isabel. I learned all your tricks today.
Good. I hope you start with one.
There we have a full load of it, Isabel. Now, where do you
You want me to hold
in the
one?
house? No,
I
that's
hold-
all right. That's all right.
I'm going to take that to the wash house.
You take the bread to the wash house.
That's right, because that's where I have my freezer.
Oh, you put the bread in the freezer, and then take it out a little at a time as you need it. Is that it?
That's right.
Right here. And so you put it out here on the table, Isabel, to cool before you put it in the freezer. Is that what you're doing now?
Yes.
And we have 3, 6, 9.
This is getting to the end of the bread.
13 loaves, plus the small one.
The small
came
one I
out
have it in the
first.
kitchen.
Put it in the kitchen. And this bread now will last you how long, do you think?
Be 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Couple weeks, 3 weeks. It's just beautiful, Isabel. And thank you so much for showing us how you bake your Portuguese bread.
You're very welcome.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Thank you.
And that's Pauhana Years for today. A visit with Isabel Marcial of Makawao, Maui. Until our next program, this is Bob Barker leaving you with this thought. To know and understand one's identity, it is important to be familiar with the culture and heritage from which we spring.
Try to